Everyone, welcome to another episode of Ace Attorney Justice for All. I'm your host, Kaylee Huatari, and today we are going to finish the end of Case 3, Turnabout Big Top. Let's get to it. December 30th, 2:17 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 5. I can't believe it, Acro! Shocking. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. It is unbelievable. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. My, he's just a little twerp, isn't he? Well, that's one way to put it. Hey, pal. You didn't ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist. How about that evidence you mentioned? Well, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. The result of our investigation. You can look at it later. Won't Friend Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis. And you're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though. You'll figure it out. Eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place. Final plans? That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecution for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. Yeah, that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home. What did he mean by that? The very last instant part. Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing, pal. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The receptionist area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk from me? December 30th, 2:27 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. The court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Akro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Akro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh. About the Ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. Andrew has the witness. He deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Akro could kill the man he had such high esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Akro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix, right? You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. I don't even think we can get much out of this, but hey, we will give it a shot. We? Yes, my brother, Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened? I was 8 years old, and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! There's no crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a huge laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Akra such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult. So then, how long have you been a performer? You started off as an acrobat at the early age of 9? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Ding-a-ling Berries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Akra almost like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Yana. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not the witness would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that is pretty much unlikely. Exactly right, Yana. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. What was Akra's motive for killing the ringmaster? How about it? Can you explain that to me? Well, he didn't have one. Because he wasn't trying to kill the ringmaster. Nick? Yeah. I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Akro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Akra had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against the witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Bailey, the ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What do you just say? I'm saying that the target of the witness's murder was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russell Berry. What? Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes. The victim's daughter. Regina Bay? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong, that's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence! Now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Bay. Need to do a quick save here because I'm running low on life points, whatever you want to call it. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves that Acro was out to kill this young girl. Well, I'd have to say the note, probably. Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? There's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order, order, order! But Mr. Wright, this little fury of yours... It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a fury. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the murder, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force to my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down at the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina?
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool. Was a foolish idea. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolishly fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. That's a line in the note, alright. Well then, if the note was sent to Regina Berry, it must mean that... This note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Excuse me. Everything in this case has to start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so, yeah. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence it mentions in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually, well, it's, the pepper spray. The pepper bottle. Ow! What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they'd discover the decisive evidence found inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never likes to tie his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Bat. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead? Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution was looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory, Nick. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Let's use Gumshoe's scarf. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Ben was bit by the lion. For a moment the lion's mouth changed and it looked like it was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. What? Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, he was sneezing. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. Excuse me. What? You fool! gotta be kidding. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you, this fairy, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper. And that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident. Or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish fool! So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You can't mean witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the line. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves this claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. Murder weapon? The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, if it were covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Down to the wire here, guys. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. We'll be right back for now. Here we're back. Well, we could search the room, but it's not there. I mean, we didn't see it there. So let's see if things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Well, why aren't you going to search his room? Looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma. Total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something is funny about all this. It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them? Mr. Wright, no offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where is the darned bust now? Here, Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? I know where it is. It's hiding. Seems as if this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support, Yana. Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings us to an end. The cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. What? We need more. I'll use the most surprised person here. She's yours aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? Somewhere in the lodging house. Somewhere in the big top. Somewhere in this courtroom. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's, obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The judge's bench. The prosecutor's bench. The witness's chair. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proves inconvenient. When Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday, if she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. No! You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been begged by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them? Miss Francesca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust? Obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma fought that far ahead. It's amazing! You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it! I failed? Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It doesn't matter now, though. It seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro! While my brother dead was want Regina to love him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper. I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star, Regina believed in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. What do you mean by that? So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer, that's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me. Again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. First, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Yay! This court is adjourned. Some pretty serious stuff in there. It's all over now. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 5. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be happy about this. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? It's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations, Mr. Max. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. So sweetie pie. Pat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some proof, some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all the time to you, so I thought it'd work for me too. Evidence. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't exactly really matter, to be honest. So what about this? Now, do you understand there's no need to worry? You were lying to me. No one ever tells me the truth. No one ever tells me what's going on. Oh, looks like I made a mistake with that one. Poor Regina. Hey, Max! What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and wrap up the contract. I understand, such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh. Amazing! Yay, I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusionist. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max! Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous! What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? Huh? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo! Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max! Nick! It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. There we have it. Finally over. Do not like this case. I see what made this case. Just like you thought, yesterday's search really did it. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Edgar really was the killer, I felt this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? And who do we have here? Of course. Well, my plan worked, didn't it? Do me a favor and try not to be too excited when I get back. I'll make a stop by the chief prosecutor's office. Yes, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. There he is. Miles Edgeworth. Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top, the end. So we'll be seeing Miles in the next case. Farewell, my turnabout. And that's it for now. It's the end of Case 3. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I'm your host, Kaylee Huatari. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And next time, we'll start Case 4. See you then.